looks like fun. I am dreadfully exhausted today, but today should be a lot of fun. Okay, so that's not loaded yet. Interesting. So actually, Restream knows where LinkedIn is going to go live before LinkedIn actually goes live. That's kind of cool. Hope everybody's doing okay today. Look at me yawning. My God. All right, cool. So today is going to be about A/B testing. And so A/B testing is a funky little marketing thing that I have not experimented with yet, and I'm doing it very, very raw, very, very just like, I'm not using any fancy tools to do this. Most people use fancy tools. Actually, I should also pull up a fancy tool. And this is going to be mostly discussion-based. Nothing complicated. I think I'm too tired and unprepared today to do anything deeper, but we will be doing this at some point, and I want to run over like how this functions, what this means, how this all kind of works, right? So what was I going to look up? Tools to A/B test. Dope. We'll just go through that. So we have a couple of articles to run through. I want to discuss like a very direct example. I want to discuss how I'm going to do it and what we're going to be A/B testing, which is our online course that we built on the last session, which is pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. So, and this is kind of cool because we're going to go over like selling or using it as a lead magnet, because there's multiple different value propositions that you have for a digital product, right? It doesn't have to be selling it on the internet, because some things might not be like consistent enough to sell valuably, right? At least with paid advertising. But some might be really valuable for getting more clicks, right? If you offer something for free, maybe you can get something else out of somebody, like an email. But I am dead tired today, so I might as well be a zombie. So just bear with me on everything. But yeah, cool. So I'm going to wait for a little bit, let people join. I promoted this episode pretty poorly. But it should be a lot of fun. I don't know. It's interesting. I've never A/B tested before. I've tested little things here and there, and I've like spoken with designers about like it's usually in terms of landing pages, right? Usually in terms of your website and your landing page. That's where A/B testing mostly comes in, because the expectation is that if you optimize little things on your website or on your landing page, you will convert better, right? You will sell more stuff and make more money, and that's the idea. Whether or not that, it's definitely true. It's just like whether or not that's true for this specific scenario. You can also test it with pricing, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be making little changes to my landing page or anything like that. The landing page is essentially going to be the same thing. I'm not going to optimize that in any way. All I'm going to do is just test different pricing strategies, right? Which is weird. It feels like odd, and a lot of people that I talk to, it's like, wait, but you're selling it for this price to this person and selling it for this price to this person, and like, that works. Like, that's fine. That's very, very common among digital products. That's actually often how people find their pricing with digital products, right? Unless you're launching it in one big way to an audience, a consistent audience that talks to itself, like other people talk to other people, nobody's ever going to know, right? Nobody's ever going to know what you actually are selling this course for, or this digital product for. And so you end up in a really good spot where it allows you to test what value you actually give and what value you think this gives to other people. So, for instance, what I'm starting with, and I'm not going to implement this isn't going to be a very implementation-heavy stream, and I'm sorry about that, just because I'm dead tired, and I did not have the time this week. I've been buried under client work. But the idea is, I have made 3 copies of this course, right? The initial course, we built it last week on Wednesday. It was super fun. Thinkific is an amazing tool. It did not take us that long. It took us literally like 45 minutes to throw together a course. Just like, I had the pre-built video content, but I just kind of tossed it together. I made 3 copies of this, right? The first one is a lead magnet hacking product hunt AngelList course, right? So the first one is a lead magnet. A lead magnet is essentially just, hey, I will offer this to you for free. I'm giving you a free thing, and in return, I get your email, right? Or I get your phone number or something like that. Or you hop on a call with me and we talk about stuff. It's a way for me to build audience or build popularity or like grow a network around something, right? And offering something for free is always going to be better than just like I have a newsletter, right? I have a newsletter related to my live stream. Instead of me just making ads that say, hey, subscribe to my newsletter that talks about my live stream, right? Subscribe to my newsletter for updates on my live stream. Instead of doing that, I would say something, I would use a lead magnet and say, hey, free access to Hacking Product Hunt and AngelList if you sign up for my newsletter, right? And so to other people, it's like, yeah, all right, that sounds kind of interesting. I might as well. And also I get this free course. So it ends up like in decreasing the cost for customer acquisition, right? Or cost for subscriber acquisition. So that's a lead magnet. And that's probably what I'm going to be using this for. That's what I assume that this is going to work best for. The other options are I can sell it for $5. I'm not going to go over $10. This is a pretty simple course that I kind of threw together. It does have $10 of value in it. I am confident in that. I feel good in that. What does promote a post on IG for my podcast on IG if I do 6 days, $30, 2,000 for February, 400 likes in the post, not a single follow. Need to improve the creative guys. Yeah, so I'll discuss that. I'll answer what might be wrong in a second, Mark. But yeah, so the next thing is $5 and $10, right? So a lead magnet, that's free. I'm offering this for free. The other side of the equation is I can, what's up, Joe? How's it going? I can actually sell this, right? And maybe people really like this enough. Maybe this is a niche little topic that nobody's covered. I'm confident that it's worth $10, right? Maybe people are not willing to buy it for $10, so I'm also going to offer it for $5. To everybody that's viewing this stream, if you want the course, you can, of course, get it for free because you can see that it is for free on one of the sections. But when I am running an ad on Ads Manager, right, I'm probably just going to run some basic Facebook ads to it. And then I'm going to run 3 different campaigns, right? I'm probably going to dedicate like $50 to one campaign. And then just spread it across 3 different ads, right? It's going to be the same looking ad, but it's going to lead to different URLs. And each URL is going to be this, or this, where they either get it for free, they pay $5, or they pay $10, right? But it's the same course, same exact course. Oh, I have allergies. What's up, Shabam? How's it going? My girlfriend and I, what was I going to say? She calls allergies the G's, which is wonderful, but I have the G's. I've just been blowing my nose like crazy. What's up, Toast? How's it going? Let me know if you're down to call later today, because I sent you a text a second ago, I think. If you're free later today, we can hop on a call. Good old Spring G's, yeah. Those Aller Jezebels, I don't know. Shabam. What a name. Okay, cool. But that's the basic idea, right? I can sell this, I can give this away for free, get subscribers. I can sell it for $5, or I can sell it for $10, right? I can do all of that all at the same time. It does not need to be like a one-sided kind of like people only, like it's not, this is very common among digital products. And so we're going to test it out. And I'm just going to go through the process. I have not prepared sufficient anything to do this right now in front of you. I've also never done it before, but also I've never built a course before. Ideally, I wanted to be ready enough that we like walk through and we actually do this, but I wanted to have the ads ready and I wanted to have everything ready. And if we have extra time, I'm probably only going to be doing this for like an hour because I am dead inside. But if we have some time at the end, we'll start designing the ad creative and go over how that might function. But yeah. Cool. Dope. So. That's the idea, right? These are the 3 little things. This is Facebook ad, entrepreneur, Facebook, or my entrepreneur, Facebook, accounts. Yeah, so accounts do matter. I'm using the entrepreneur account. I'm using entrepreneur up here. And you can see my little profile picture up there. That's typically what I use for stuff like this. It feels like okay. Oh, I got a little glitch on my webcam. It feels okay to me. I don't know. It doesn't seem unbelievably important. When you're, for instance, I'm glitchy. Ooh, how about there? Maybe a little bit extra smoothness. No. Hey. Okay, that looks fine. I gotta get better with my green screen, man. Like I use lighting and I use everything, but like the people that I'm dead inside. Yeah, I am so tired. I got 6 hours of sleep last night because I was staying up too late trying to figure out some WordPress stuff, of course. As we all know, I hate WordPress. Oh. Anyway, that's the first little step. I have 3 different courses, right? One where you can buy it for 10, one where you can buy it for 5. I hate WordPress. And one where I can just use it as a lead magnet. So that's the first step, right? Are your videos lagging a little bit? I wonder why. It might be your internet. Usually it's pretty good on Twitch. I'm sorry, Shabam. Yeah, it might be some internet issues. Okay. I look green on my green screen. Yeah, so that's like color correction. It's a little funky. Also, Mark, I want to answer your question from before. You're promoting a post on Instagram for your podcast. Where are you advertising it, like, worldwide? Because that usually, like, so who are you targeting, Mark? I would love to see $30, 2,500 people reached. You must be really doing it niche, because that's a shocking conversion rate for 2,500 people reached. Like, the conversion to likes is huge, but for $30, that's like pretty expensive for 2,500 people. I'm wondering who you're advertising to, Mark. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it needs to be a change in creative. Sometimes it needs to be a change in targeting. So it might be, but it sounds like you're targeting really aggressively if that's the cost. Anyway, so let me just go over just really quick the ad that I'm going to be running to this. So I'm started a new campaign on Entrepreneur. I'm not trying to make some big fan. I'm not going to put extra work into this. I'm just going to test it out. I just want to understand how it works. So I'm using my Entrepreneur account, traffic, because we want more people to click it, right? Hack course, and we're going to give it a daily budget of $10 or something. Continue. The ad set name for the first ad set is going to be lead magnet. Lead magnet. Leading to a website. Yes, I am. Custom audience. Let's say those are other audiences. Let's say United States. Sure. Targeted PA, Ohio, New York, 18 plus, interested in relationships, love, podcasts, etc. Okay. That's not too niche. I'm shocked that it was that much. I wonder if you want to become famous. Oh my gosh. Avalol. Oh, I hate bots like that. But what is, wow, Avalol. Or Avolo plus 2 L's on each end. Wow, guys, you can become famous. That's what I'm actually. I already showed you guys how to become famous on Instagram, super cheap. So ahead of the game. Anyway, let's say if we are targeting people that are interested in Product Hunt and AngelList, I'm just gonna kind of whip up like United States, and let's also go Europe. Now let's say London, England, and then maybe like. Canada is also pretty involved in entrepreneurship, so just generally Canada. No, you know what? We'll do Europe. We'll just do Europe generally. I feel like those are the 3 like most entrepreneurially interested, close to America countries. Shabam, it's a joke. They're not. It's a bot. They're just trolling us. No, you'd be surprised. Europe is actually way cheaper than America. America is really expensive. Like most of my followers that I got from on Instagram, I'm actually going to start running a bunch more follower things on Instagram because it's starting to be more and more productive. But the ads that I've run for myself for my personal Instagram account on to Europe are like twice as cheap as they are in America. It's pretty crazy. Sometimes 3 times as cheap. We are expensive. Canada is also like, I think Canada's relatively, no, I can't remember what Canada was. I didn't really think I pushed to Canada that hard. I'm interested to see, but I'm going to start pushing a lot more on Instagram because like just building the kind of network there is valuable. Might as well. Also, this is a popular stream. We got like 11, 12 people on. I'm impressed. I didn't really promote it that much. The videos that I'm making are turning out pretty okay. So cool. Europe, United States, Canada, awesome. I'm going to target people up to 18 to 30. General demographics, interests, no. I want your interests to be in product hunts. Product hunt? Really? Nothing? Product hunt. Okay, no, that's that. Canada's probably cheap because there's only 1/14 of the size of the U.S. population-wise. So the population size doesn't matter. It matters the buying power of the individuals there, right? The United States typically tends to be extremely consumer, right? And we tend to buy a ton of things, and we also tend to be a wealthier country on average, and we're more on the internet, right? Maybe we're just easier to sell to. I'm not sure. Like, all those different kind of factors come into account when it. I would love to know about India, Shabam. Yeah. All those factors kind of come into account when the bidding war happens when you're showing your ad, right? And apparently we are just more costly. Even more than $1 billion. That's crazy. That's super crazy. We're not even close in the U.S. Ooh, my nose. Okay, cool. So product hunt and then angel list. Oh, I did not spell that right. So because those are the two topics of our course, right? Angel list. And then let's also just say, like, most people that know, what are some similar things? Our potential reach is almost 1 million people. That's not that many people. Fairly broad? Really? Interesting. Americans spend more. I think that's probably the reason. Yeah, we just spend more. And so that's why we're more expensive. That's likely the biggest reason. I'm not sure how Canada holds up to that. I'm pretty sure Canada is relatively similar. But I know Europe is not. Europe is not nearly as consumer. Yes, we save very little. Very good point, Craftier. Absolutely good point. I think it's different in Europe because Europe has much less a consumer individualistic society. So owning things is less important, and it's more like food, right? They spend a lot more money on food and just like enjoying themselves, right? It's interesting. Ooh, sounded like a horn. Okay, cool. So you know what, Angel List and Product Hunt. It seems like the selection is fairly broad. That's what it's telling me. So let's just go with that. It seems like this is 68,000 and this is 300,000. Fascinating. So why is it 900,000 people if it's only 300,000 and 68,000? I'm confused. No, absolutely. Good to see you, Shabam. Thank you for hopping on. I super appreciate it. Yeah, I hope the internet gets fixed. Okay, cool. So all genders, everything's good. Looks good to me. Automatic placements, recommended. I'm going to do automatic placements because, like, typically when I've done Instagram ads, right? When we've run ads on Instagram, I am doing it towards my Instagram account, right? Because I run ads, you swipe up and it goes to my Instagram account, and that gets me followers, right? And I grew like 600 followers in like a week. Super cheap, just off of like $50. And that's awesome. But I targeted it specifically towards Instagram stories, right? Because Instagram stories are close to Instagram. And if you're on Instagram scrolling through the stories, it makes sense to swipe up and follow somebody on Instagram, right? So that makes sense and that works. But it does not necessarily work for something like this. I don't know where this is going to perform best, so I'm going to do automatic placements. I might as well. Facebook's algorithm is pretty dang solid. As long as I give it all the creatives that it needs for each different format, it'll do fine. It'll find the places where it's getting clicked the most, and things will work out. So want to optimize for link clicks, run my ad set continuously, ad set spending limits, cool. And then this is where we're going to get into the ad creative. I don't have an ad creative yet. I'm going to be doing a single image or video. I don't want to make I could make a video. I could make a video. Videos are typically a little bit more engaging. I don't know. We'll go over the ad creative later, but that's essentially the idea. That's how I'm going to target it, and I'm going to do that 3 times, right? So this is the ad name, right? And this ad is going to be, what is it? Pay-per-click. I would pay-per-click because impression just shows it to the most people, and so the bidding, like, it's great for brand testing. It's great for conversion testing. If you want to just like cheaply conversion test, impressions are the great thing. But you want to pay per link click, in my experience, because it optimizes for that, right? And you want more people to visit your actual freaking website. So ideally, you want to like link click, right? So it makes sense. But for brand testing and just like conversion testing, impressions are typically cheaper. You show it to the maximum number of people and see how people respond. You optimize it there, and then you move it to the slightly more expensive per click, right? That's what I've seen. Not an expert, but I've just experimented with it, and that's where it's kind of come from. So this ad, I'm going to create 3 ads under the same ad category, under the same. I can talk. What is it? Campaign group, I think. Or ad group. I think it's an ad group. Yeah, it's an ad group. Okay, cool. So this ad name is going to be, because we're going to create 3 ads, right, under one ad group. And the ad group is going to be where we target everything. And it's going to send it randomly to each ad, depending on which one performs the best, right? And so it'll actually automatically kind of like Darwinianly just trickle down and figure out what works the best. What's up, George? How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. So under the ad name here, if you're just hopping on, we're trying to A/B test. I'm just going over the process of what I would do if I was A/B testing. I am not going to A/B test today. I'm not prepared personally. And so yeah, but I'm just going over the process. So this ad is going to be the what was it? What was it called? The lead magnet. My God, magnet. I am just tired as heck. Single image or video, probably. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I don't know how to do those other things. And then with this URL, it's going to go to, let's grab the URL of this, share my course, copy link. And this link is going to go to here, right? I'm going to plug it right into here. Boom. And then for the other ones, I'm just going to create more ads where I link to the other ones, right? Boom, copy link, and I'm going to do for the $5 one, and I'm going to do it for the other one, right? So I'm just going to send it to all of those. That's essentially the entire process, right? And I'm going to run the same exact ad. Ideally, I want to move that because that looks unprofessional. So that's probably not going to help a ton. Oh, display link. Yeah, I can change the display link. So I'll say hack phunt. .thinkific.com. Can I just fake a URL? I can just fake a URL. That's so funny because my actual website URL, because I didn't pay for premium, looks like garbage. It's like max.s.school or like all this ridiculous 26 CE crazy, right? But if I say hack phunt phunt/angelist.thinkific.com, right? Looks cute as heck. What's up, Burzin? Or tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. Bam. What's up, dude? How's it going? Bam. That's pretty funny that I can just fake the URL. eatme.max.com. It doesn't care. That's really funny. So we'll change that just because we don't want it to look like garbage. That changes that. That fixes that issue. Pretty funny. Out of curiosity, let's go check out. Also, am I missing anything on LinkedIn? I hope not. Because some of the LinkedIn messages that come through, I don't see. Okay, cool. What's up? How's it going, Burson? Thank you for hopping on. I can absolutely target college students. That's actually interesting. Harvard Business Review, online A/B testing. Let's check it out. Because I want to read over a few articles. We'll check that out later in a second. But cool, awesome, great, right? So now that you kind of understand how that works and how I'm going to actually go about, wow, this is all fancy. How I'm actually going to go about testing this kind of thing, right? I'm going to make a little video that says, hey, this is what I do. Whoops, jiggled my camera. Actually, out of curiosity, let's go and test. Copy link. Let's go and test what this course looks like if I just give them the link. It makes them sign in, right? Buy the course. Yeah, it says $5 hacking. So I need to change this landing page, and I can do this via Thinkific. I'm going to add a snazzy little background. It's probably just going to be like dark with a little bit of like cartoony logos for each of Product Hunt and AngelList or something like that, so I'm not getting copyright striked. And then buy the course, right? And see if people convert there. Or I could ideally send them to, I'm already enrolled. Yes. But maybe, let's do new incognito window. Let's do this. Let's see what happens when I click buy the course. I wonder if I can just send them to this page, because I don't want them to have to go and click the button and find the little button here. And they don't need to see all of the course curriculum necessarily. It's not unbelievably important to this course because it's very simple. So maybe if I could just send them to this link, this, boom, go, would be interesting. Oh, but wait. This is the lead magnet one. Interesting. So why is it having trouble? But this is the $5 one. Very interesting. Some stuff that I need to change with Thinkific, clearly. Some stuff that I need to fix. But it works overall. Yeah, Mark's got me. Oh my God. My eyes, I have a very I don't want to say sunken face, but my cheeks, my cheekbones and my forehead are relatively far out, right? So actually, good point, Paul. I'm going to go to that in a second. But my eyes are very deeply sunken in. I have very sunken eyes. And that doesn't look great because I usually look tired, right? $5 Oh, good point. Great fucking point. So I got to go and publish this. You're totally right, Mark. But my eyes are pretty sunken, so I look tired all the time. But when it comes to let's publish this. Published. Save. When it comes to being actually tired, I look dead inside. So it just all depends. It all depends. So actually, this is interesting. Let's quickly publish all of these. A Viking trait. Thanks, Craft here. You do love the Vikings. It's funny, I guess. I look Swedish as heck. Okay, now let's try copying the link. Let's go into incognito. Let's see if this works. I'm curious because I don't want all the other ones to show up. Nope. Still lead magnet. That's weird. This is the $5 one. Buy the course. And boom. Maybe I haven't set up. I think there's just some other stuff that I haven't set up. What if I go to all courses? That's the problem. So this might become a problem, right? I may need to create a barrier because now people can click all courses on my little thing, on the little landing page that it creates, and see that I offer one for free, I offer one for $5, and I offer one for $10. The same exact thing. So this isn't necessarily going to work. We're going to find out a different way. And I'm probably going to offer the same link to the same course. So it's going to be the same course. It's going to be free. You don't have to sign up, nothing like that. But it's hidden behind a ridiculous URL, right? Like something like this. Nobody's going to guess this URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something like, 3 different accounts. That's a good point, Mark. That works too. Honestly, that might be the solution. It's just I can't copy paste it over, so it might be annoying. But I'm probably going to use something like Simple Funnel. I know people were crapping on Simple Funnel because it's a little basic and you can do it with other free tools, but I really like how this functions and I really want to use it. So on a landing page that I create myself on Card, right, I would go and I would make 3 different landing pages on Card where each of them would have a different version of this Simple Funnel. Where it says you can just sign up for free, or it doesn't have Simple Funnel on one of them. That's just a lead magnet. It has Simple Funnel for $5 on one of them. That's the $5 one, and it has it for $10. And then it goes to the same link, right? And it sends you an email with the course with the same link. And that's nice because that way I can actually customize the landing page a bit more, which I enjoy. So totally depends, right? According to the internet, the figurative expression dead inside, as I feel dead inside, means that one feels numb. It's an emotional state based on defeat, feeling of helplessness, sadness, anger, possibly shock. I think you're trying to tell me how I feel. I think you can eat me. I am just sleepy, and I choose to express that as internal death. But anyway, so this is probably how I'm going to test it. This is a separate little way to test it. Clearly, we can't test it through Thinkific unless they have something boiled in that allows them to do that. I wonder if pricing has some additional pricing. This doesn't look like A/B testing pricing. I don't think they support that. But we can try it. We can do it ourselves, right? So I don't have to actually do the pricing within Thinkific. I do it through something like SimpleFunnel or something like Zoho. Zoho was another good example of how this hiccup functions. So yeah, very interesting. Overall, very interesting. I'm glad that I checked that out though, because that's a good thing to learn. So cool, awesome. An example. Now we know how this functions. Feeling energized, the feeling of high school students generally feel after 2 week class. Yeah, absolutely. It's also the feeling that a college student will feel after getting drunk on a Sunday night and then waking up and going to a 7 a.m. class on Monday. Personally, I have not experienced that. Anyway, so we know how to do this, right? I've kind of given a basic rundown. Let me know if you want me to go over anything more specifically. Yeah, 7 a.m.'s off. Let me know if you want me to go over anything more specifically about how I would design the ad, how I would A/B test. But generally, that's how I'm going to do it, if that makes sense. I'm not going to do it yet because I'm not prepared. I want to give you an example of somebody who has tried A/B testing. I use Sheet to Site. I fucking love Sheet to Site. I've talked to Andrei Asimov. I actually, if you want, I can send you a Sheet to Site affiliate link. If you want to use Sheet to Site, just ping me and I can give you an affiliate link, just so that supports me as well, which would be amazing. But generally, $30 a month, relatively expensive, but you can whip up in an unbelievably short period of time fully functioning websites with just information from a Google Sheet, right? And so that makes it really, really easy to change, really easy to add. So you don't have to do anything fancy, and you can actually build an entire website and a database that's visible on a website from something like a Google form, right? That people just submit. So it's really, really powerful. They have really cool templates. I want to see if they change any templates. The voting template, I want to use the voting template. Job board template, I've used the job board template. Table template, I want to use that. That looks hilarious. Events template, apps list template, real estate template. Can't find the right template. So yeah, they have basic little ideas here. Art. This is cute. Create pixel art using any image in Google Sheets. Really? That's fascinating. Interesting. Using any image, create pixel art. So, oh, that's fun. So we created a little art. This is a complete aside, but you can plug in let's do this. I choose this file, I submit it, and it creates a Google Sheets with each cell containing a bit of the open-generated spreadsheet. Yeah, this is hilarious. Yeah. It creates a Google Sheet that uses cells to generate the actual image in pixel art form. That's adorable. That is absolutely adorable. Look at this. That's super cute. Okay, cool. And it just makes it. It's so fun. Anyway, so I love Google Sheets. I love everything that it stands for. Hey, there's my little thing. And you can just make things like that. That's pretty cool. I like this. I'm actually going to sign up for this. Because I don't know why I wasn't subscribed before. But cool, yeah. Number one product of the day. They everybody loves it. It's a great, great tool. But anyway, they did pricing, right? So if you go to their pricing, it's per month, right? It's monthly. Sheet to Site. So this is monthly, right? Build through annually ex VAT. Interesting. 30-day money back guarantee. Basic. Get started. This actually might be exactly what I was talking about. So let's see. Get started. How does this work? The total is yeah. Then $340 per year. So they're making me. This is interesting. This is yearly, right? Fascinating. So this may be part of the A/B test because I pay for a monthly subscription with Sheet to Site. I pay $30 a month, like they're saying right there, right? But now they're making you pay $350 all at once. And I believe that this is an A/B test. I'm pretty sure that this is an A/B test. I'm curious. Do you not have yes, do you have a monthly plan? No, there's no monthly plan at the moment. There is. But I'm pretty sure that this is an A/B test. And so that he's testing randomly when you go to the site, unless you have prior cookies, he's testing to see whether or not, no, build annually. Okay, interesting. I wonder if I keep refreshing if it changes. Because I know, maybe your grandfather, maybe I'm grandfathered, yes. But I know that before, they weren't having an issue with that. And this is annoying, because that means I'm not going to be able to use Sheet to Say anymore for other things, which is frustrating. Because I can't, what is XVAT? What does that mean? So this is interesting. They're billing annually now. They did have a monthly subscription. Maybe he realized that he gets more out of it when he does a yearly subscription. I feel like that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But I believe that I thought that initially that this was an A/B test, right? Taxes but for Italy, maybe all of Europe. Oh, okay, Paul. Interesting. But this is super fascinating, right? Because initially, like, he probably did A/B testing initially to check, right? To say, like, okay, I can sell it for $30 per month. Yeah, it says annually for me. It's for you too. Very interesting. Maybe he just changed it to annual, because initially I thought it was an A/B test, which is this means this is frustrating, because now I can't actually use their product anymore, which is really sad, because it's too expensive for me initially to just jump into that. I might as well just build it by hand on something like Webflow, and take the extra time. That's sad. That is upsetting. I still do support this entire like tool. I think it's amazing, but it is frustrating that you don't have a monthly plan. But I remember checking before, and there wasn't an issue there. It did have a monthly plan. Fascinating. Maybe I'm grandfathered in. I don't know. Very interesting though. Very, very interesting. So in general though, he probably A/B tested and he checked with like how people respond in different ways, and he realized, okay, people will end up paying more. I will get less people buying, but people often sign off after a certain period of time using the basic monthly plan, and I end up getting paid more if I just do a smaller amount of yearly trial or yearly plans, right? So interesting. But that was a result of A/B testing, right? It does not matter for him. He doesn't change anything, right? Selling it for different amounts of money does not change anything for him. It is a SaaS product. I just subscribe and I pay money. It's just a little bit of database space on his back end. It is not unbelievable. Like with digital products like this or digital services that are completely like productized, right? This is a product. This isn't a service. You can charge whatever you want as long as people will buy it, right? It's just about pricing it the right way so that people will actually make the jump and like make that purchase, right? So if I have my course, right? Let's say my course, people don't really buy for $5. Maybe I test it for $1, right? Maybe like out of 100 people, one person buys it, right? If I send it to 100 people and they and the one will buy it for $10, but if I price it at $1 and I test that to a similar group of 100 people, out of those 100 people, 11 people buy it for $1, right? It would be 11 people buy it for $1, right? I make more money off of selling it for $1 than I do for $10 on that average, right? Because per 100 people that I advertise to, which costs the same, I'm making either $11 or $10. And I'm selling one course or 11 courses, but it doesn't matter how many courses I'm selling, right? Because it doesn't cost me anything extra to add another customer to the course because it's a digital product. That's the value of A/B testing, right? And usually you're going to hear A/B testing when it comes to optimizing websites. So like Andrew might change the pricing page and he might like make it blue, right, instead of green, and see if that converts better. There's a bunch of little transitions and changes that you can do on little landing pages to test. But generally, I thought this was an A/B test. It's very interesting. It's really, really sad to me that I'm not going to be able to use that anymore. So hopefully I can figure out a way to finagle it. I don't know. That's upsetting. Very, very sad. But because I could theoretically, I think, make a Webflow to, let's say, Typeform integration. Typeform integration. Allows you to build conversational forms, survey quizzes, no coding required. Yes. Embedding Typeform in Webflow, that's not what I want to know. Link to a Typeform. I want to connect sequence bias. The psychological bias created when the same test group sees the price drop 10x, for example, so the order of A/B matters. So, very good point. Ideally, I would not advertise this to the same number of people, so you can actually set that in Ads Manager. Great question, though, Toast. So, in Ads Manager, when I'm doing my audience, I can set it so that I only show this to this one person per, I only show this to one person per, I only show one ad to one person. So the ratio is 1-to-1. So that way they don't see the other course, right? They don't see the other course advertised for a different price, right? There shouldn't be any sequence involved. They shouldn't see anything other than the one ad that was run to them, right? So we want to kind of only run it to. We don't want the same person to see that, like, hey, this is a free course, and then later they say, hey, this is a $10 course. Then they're definitely not going to buy it, and it's a waste of ad money, right? So, yeah, but a great question, right? But I'm pretty sure we can fix that mostly within Ads Manager by making sure people only see one ad, which is probably going to decrease conversion if they see it multiple times. Maybe they're more likely to click it. I don't know, but it is something that we're going to have to deal with. But what I want is a Typeform integration that connects to. I'm not worried about embedding. Embedding is easy. Typeform to CMS. Webflow CMS to Typeform. Trigger. Add CMS in via Typeform. Any tutorial. Yeah, so it looks like you can do it. You can do it using Zapier. Create a new Zap, Typeform, new entry, select your Typeform form. Select form, create CMS item, choose Webflow account, select your item, and then you need to call your Typeform entries to create a CMS item with different fields. Cool, yeah. So I could essentially just do this. I could build a sheet to site kind of basic little simplification on using Zapier through Webflow and something like Typeform, where you fill something out. That way I don't like it. It makes it easier to use sheet to site, but I could hand build it, right? And so it's just disappointing that I can't use this anymore. I'm just gonna have to learn how to do it on Webflow. But oh well. But it's interesting that he A/B tested. Like, whatever makes it more successful, I support it. I just personally won't be one of the people using his thing beyond the current thing that I'm using it for. So cool, awesome. Now we know how that works. Let's read a little bit about A/B testing, and then we're gonna skedoodle because I am again dead inside, and I have a bunch of other client stuff to finish up today. There will be no, actually, so everybody there will be no, and I'll be posting about this on LinkedIn and Instagram. There will be no live stream this weekend. I'm going to be over at my girlfriend's parents' place, hanging out, chilling, doing some work, goofing off, biking, swimming, wave running, jet skiing. I don't know if they're jet skiing, but I'm going to be pulled behind a boat, which is going to be really fun. But just goofing off, having a little weekend vacation. So I will not be able to live stream, which is sad, but we will get back to Dark Sales soon. But yeah, just so you know. No, I know. I'm sorry, Toast. I'll post something fun on Saturday to decide. Yes, I do need to update that on Twitch. That's a really good point. Actually, let me make a note to do that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I have a bunch of stuff to do. All the yellow things are client things. So this is blue. Fix Twitch schedule. Cool. So cool. Surprising power of online experiments. What do we got here? This is the one that you sent me, Toast. Microsoft leading companies. Appreciate the value of A/B tests. A, the control, usually the current system, consider the champion. And B, treatment modification is challenger. Users are randomly assigned to the experience. Users are randomly assigned to the experiences, and key metrics are computed and compared. Yeah. Online modification could be a new feature, a change to the user interface, just a new layout, a back-end change, just an improvement to the algorithm that, say, recommends books on Amazon, or a different business model. Yeah, so interesting. So I never thought about A/B testing in terms of, like, deeper things, but, like, it makes sense. So Amazon might test changes in their algorithm. So they might, like, run half the site, or half the people on the site, to one algorithm that suggests different books than the other algorithm does, right? And whichever one gets more people to click more books, right? That's the better algorithm. It doesn't matter like whether or not it's better. It matters whether or not people like click the suggestions more, which I guess is a metric towards better. But that's really interesting. Or a different business model, such as free shipping. Also very true. Apparently, people have A/B tested free shipping versus like free shipping, as in like we just make the price of the item more expensive and we say the shipping is free, versus here's the price of the item. Also, the shipping is $3, right? So let's say I sell soap for $5 on the internet, right? And it costs like I'm very interested in the free shipping, but this is what I've heard. On Printful, the site that I'm using to build my merch site for Entrepreneur and a bunch of dead startup t-shirt stuff. I'm using it through a service called Printful, which is lagging super hard because of Corona, which is fine. So that's just on the back burner right now, but it's basically up and running and it's done. I just need to wait until the functionality is good, probably after shipping gets back to normal, because there's a bunch of delays with borders and stuff. But let's say I have a shirt, right? I sell a shirt for $10. It costs $3 to ship, right? Yeah, I know it sucks. Ugh. I'm really excited to launch the thing, but I can't do it right now because if people start buying things, it's not going to come until like I ordered a shirt off my site like months ago, or not months, like a month ago, but that's too long to publish as an e-commerce site. So we'll just wait. But let's say I'm selling that shirt, right, for $10, and the shipping costs $3, right? Instead of advertising for $10, and then they, when they're at the checkout, right, they say, oh, shipping is also $3. That's kind of annoying. That's raising the price on me at the last second. That feels lame. Apparently doing that versus the shirt is $13 and you get free shipping. Apparently, from what Printful said, not sure of the validity of this, you're 4 times more likely to buy if it says $13. Same price, but just different like expectations set up initially, right? You're 4 times more likely to buy if it's just $13 plus free shipping instead of $10 plus $3 shipping. Very interesting. 4 times. Seems far-fetched, but that's what they told me, and I trust Printful. I don't know. So I want to do more research into it, but that's an example of really, really powerful A/B testing, hopefully. I know, yeah, it's crazy. 4 times more likely to buy. But who knows? Who knows if that's... I do know that makes sense to me to some degree. I don't know if it's 4x, but it makes sense to me, right? I was letting build in the shipping. What do you mean, build in the shipping? Oh, letting build in the shipping as in, like, just put the price in. Yeah. Yeah, people like free stuff. Exactly. Like, if I was offered something, like, it's the psychological thing, right? It's like, oh, geez, you're raising the price on me at the last second. That's not cool. I didn't know shipping was going to be there. You just sent $10. Now it's going to be $14, $13. That feels shitty, right? That experience right there makes sense that people would be like, and then they don't end up buying, right? It's uncomfortable, and you don't want to make people uncomfortable during the buying experience, regardless of whether or not it's the same goddamn price. People are very emotional human beings. Yes, sorry. Good point, Paul. Thank you for reminding me. So $4.99 versus $5. Personally, I don't see the big fucking deal. Like, I don't, that doesn't make, like, this A/B testing, shipping, free shipping, same price, makes sense to me, right? It's a psychological experience. It makes sense. $4.99, I guess you kind of subconsciously register it as $4, but it's such an old business practice. Like, for instance, if you ran an ad from like 1990, right? A 1990s radio ad on the radio today, it would never work. Why? Because we've been conditioned our entire lives to hear that kind of ad, and it stopped working, right? Marketing is constantly shifting, right? Also, I think Printful, $4 for the first and then $125. Yeah. So it's something like that, and I usually just say like, oh, $5 for shipping, just to account for that, right? And I add that into the price. Anyway. Marketing is constantly shifting through generations, right? Because I personally, when people sell me on the internet, it does not work because I have been subjected to it so brutally, right? Anytime somebody tries to sell me with a typical sales strategy over a LinkedIn message or over an email, it's fucking annoying to me because I've heard it 120 times in the past like month, right? Because it happens so often. So if an ad ran on TV from like 2000, right, the turn of the century, that would be that wouldn't work. It would have significantly lower conversions. It wouldn't function, right? Because we've all been subjected to that exact kind of ad for so long. We know it's an ad. We know what they're trying to do. We understand the advertising now, and it's just annoying, right? That's why influencer marketing is working really nice right now, because it doesn't feel like an ad to us. It will eventually feel like an ad to us, but right now it doesn't feel like an ad to us because it's more personal, it's more relationship based, it's more individual based. But the $4.99 to me feels like the same fucking thing. Like I'm so used to in all the stores just seeing $4.99, like, okay, it's $5, right? It's $5 goddamn dollars. That's what it feels like to me, right? I don't know. I have not ran any case studies on this. You would probably like want to read up on this. I'm sure there's tons because it's such a common business practice for everybody, literally everybody. Like even when we were here, right? $29 a month and $49 a month instead of $30 a month, right? But that's 29. That's a little bit different. That's not like the 99 cents, right? But it's the same concept. It's just like implemented differently. To me, the 99 cents feels superfluous, dumb, bullshit, whatever, right? It doesn't feel useful. I feel more realistic buying something for $1 goddamn dollar than 99 cents, right? It feels the same to me. And honestly, I feel like you're being honest with me. You're just saying $1. This is a digital product. Great, right? Fuck it. It's $1. Awesome. Thank you for being upfront. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not an expert on this. I haven't read a single case study. That's just my personal experience, but it's a good question. I do want to like understand a little bit more. I'm sure people A/B test it. Maybe it still works, right? I developed that negative action to product placement in movies. I see a Microsoft or Apple logo in a computer in a movie. Exactly, yeah. No, totally. I totally feel that, Toast. I totally feel that. Yeah. I feel the same way when I'm actually starting to feel the same way about influencer marketing. I think it's going to have a relatively short life cycle. I think it's only going to start working really consistently for the next maybe 2 years, and then it's going to start to drop off. But influencer marketing is essentially the same thing. It's like where a popular, little Michaela, a popular Instagrammer, right, posts something like #ad about hey, I really love these clothes, right? We know they're getting paid for that. We know the organization behind little Michaela is getting paid for that. We know that they're making money. So of course they have an incentive. And for me, it's the same thing, right? I promote my personal products. I promote Sheet to Site. I have an affiliate link for Sheet to Site, right? For me, the way that I kind of am trying to move around that barrier is I only am reaching out to sponsors or potential groups that I already use. I'm not just going to go up to Squarespace and be like, yo, I love your product. I would love to promote you. Hand me a link, right? I don't use Squarespace. I've heard it's good. I have personal problems with how they fucking advertise, and I'm going to release a sassy video on it soon. But I don't really like them that much, so I'm not going to go to them, right? So my personal excuse for that, and a lot of other influencers do that too, to make it more genuine, is I only reach out to people and only ask for sponsorship from people or affiliate links from people that I actually use already, right? Products that I actually like. So that's my justification for that. But a lot of influencers don't do it well on the internet, and I think it's only going to start working. It's only going to continue working in most typical sectors, I think, for a little bit longer. I don't know. My opinion. I have no concept. I wonder what will be next after influencer marketing. It seems pretty natural, but it's definitely saturated. It's not saturated yet. It's getting there. TikTok is kind of WordPress diss track. That's coming fucking soon, dude. Oh my god. I'm gonna do an extensive. I want to go get into more we're just ranting now. I want to get into more roast video. I want to get into more YouTube style videos, right? Because there's all these really, really cool people. I'm really into this guy on YouTube lately. His name is here. Let's why can I not type? Because my microphone's in the way. Also, Paul, I'm totally buying that. Hey, I'm live on YouTube right now. Check it out. I want to find. Yeah. This is Captain Disillusion. I'm really into this guy, Captain Disillusion. Yeah, the face dude. But check this out. I just love this guy. I don't know what it is. I don't think you guys can hear this because I don't think the sound is set up right. But here. So he has the same intro for everything. I'm gonna go to sound settings. I'm gonna change this from Yeti to, and then we're gonna. Can we hear that? I can't hear that. Oh, there we go.
That wants to make a video guaranteed to go viral. You've done your research, looked at what's out there.
I love this guy.
Realized that trick shots are where it's at. Videos of people throwing objects at seemingly impossible targets and hitting them are irresistibly satisfying to watch. And it never gets old either. Dude Perfect have been making trick shot videos for 8 years and rank as the 22nd most subscribed channel on all of YouTube. Can you imagine if...
But this guy has been on YouTube for 12 years. I love like his story. He's almost at 2 million subscribers. The dude is like, I love his videos. I've watched literally all of them in the past like 2 weeks. I fucking love his shit. But he makes highly engaging videos, and he uses a lot of he's aggressive with this kind of thing, right? Like he goes outside, like he makes it a whole produced thing, right? Like a lot of other YouTubers. I want to try to do something like that. I want to get back, because I used to, right? I used to do something like even on a small version, I used to do stuff like that. That was the thing that I started with Entrepreneur. I would go out, I went to Target, and I showed me buying the shit to make a lemonade stand, right? And I went out and I showed all the little things that I did to try to get my first little photography gig. That photography gig was so crazy. I experimented, right? And I documented, like, more now I'm doing digital stuff because I like digital stuff because it's easier, right? But eventually, like, in the next, like, few months, I want to get back into, like, full big-ass experiments, like YouTube-style freaking experiments. I don't know. I've been kind of like, I've been pumped up by just watching a lot of these really, really cool people on YouTube. I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I think the first thing that I'm going to be doing is, like, first of all, every time that I do an experiment like this, like, let's say I A/B test this course, I make a little bit of money off of it, it ends up, like, breaking even, and we just, like, learn a lot. I made a course, I A/B tested it, I marketed it, I submitted it, and I actually got paid to do that, right? That's a full-ass project, right? That is a full motherfucking project. I want to make a video about that, right? And for the e-commerce site, for the t-shirts, I want to make a full-ass video about that once it's complete, right? Once it's run a cycle and it's successful and up and running, or it failed, right? Whichever way. I suspect the online course to fail. There's no way that it's this simple. I'm sure there's a whole lot more that needs to go into it. If it is, I'm going to be shocked because everybody's trying to teach you how to do it on the internet. Maybe it's just easy. I highly doubt it. But let's say this fails, right? I end up spending more money on advertising than it's worth. I spend $11 of advertising for every $10 that I make on the course, regardless of the A/B testing, once I optimize everything. I still learned a shitload. That's pretty close. Maybe I can optimize it further. There's a bunch of different little things that I can do, right, to maybe make it successful. But it was a learning experience, right? Let's say I made $0. None of the courses sell at all, and I spent $50 in advertising. Oh, well, maybe I still got people to sign up for the lead magnet, right? And I got a few email subscribers, and it ended up being cheaper than something else. Or maybe it wasn't. Who cares? Like, right? But, like, it's a learning experience, right? And it's a full-ass project. And I can document that in, like, a 10-minute, highly produced, interesting video, right? Where I go all sorts of crazy. I use, like, green screens. I walk in front of things. Like, I don't just sit in front of my computer. I actually stand in front of the green screen, and I show you different things, and I point to stuff, and, like, it's interesting, right? And I make, like, little skits, and it's funny, and it's fun. I want to get into that. Because, like, first of all, YouTube is saturated. I highly doubt that anybody's going to care, and I'm going to gain a big following on YouTube. That's really, really fucking tough to do. But when it comes to, I want people to be able to find that content, right? I want it to go like I want like a few thousand views on each of those, right? Just on YouTube, right? Just small little things. I want them to be highly engaging, and I want something that I can share really aggressively to show people to build following. Because then I can show that video to people and be like, yo, I live stream every week, and this is this month's, like, case study on, like, what I fucking learned, right? So maybe we make one of those videos a month, something like that, right? Or one every 2 months. I don't know. But that would be so fucking fun. It's just really hard to do because my editor is gonna have a whole lot of work to do. Maybe I'll try to do it myself. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to put that all on Joe. But who knows? He would be good at it because he edits videos like that. He edits his own YouTube videos. So I don't know. I'm still very curious about the whole thing, but I would love to give that a shot and make some more longer form content and make it really fun because the live streams are great. I love the live streams. It is a lot of work for questionable benefit. Yeah, but the ROI is that I can advertise this on all those Facebook groups. I can advertise, like, it's easier. It is a lead magnet. What it is a lead magnet for my live stream, for my newsletter, for everything else that I'm building, for my online course, right? For my online class. It is a lead magnet because it looks significantly more impressive. It's not just a dinky little live stream. The live stream is great. It works really well. People really like it, but it doesn't it doesn't have that flair, right? It's not easy to grab attention with it because it's not unbelievably like interesting at first glance, right? You have to get into it. I am an acquired taste, as some might say. So it's more hype based. It's more interesting. It's more like immediately like, holy shit, this guy just like tried something and learned a ton from it, and he made a case study about it, right? And I jam all the information into that thing. That feels like the ROI. It's a lead magnet. So when I publish to Facebook groups, when I publish to Reddit, when I publish to all these different places on the internet, and when people look me up, it looks a lot more professional. I look 10 times more professional, and they're probably 10 times more likely to actually subscribe to my shit, right? So that's the idea, I think. That makes sense to me. Who knows? But I want to experiment with it. It is a lot of work, but it would be so much fun. Oh my God. I would love that. And who knows? Maybe one of them will blow up on YouTube, and maybe we can run some YouTube ads, because that would be a really nice thing to run YouTube ads to, right? Because that's hype, that's interesting, that's engaging. That would work for YouTube ads. And so maybe we can like drive some virality to some of my stuff via YouTube ads, and that's another experiment. Great. But yeah, it's something that I want to experiment with, just because like, and if it doesn't work and I make 3 videos over 3 months and like nothing happens and it's really not valuable, I'll just use those videos for future reference and like, fuck it, we're done, right? Might as well test it. But I'm not going to do that for a little while. I think it's going to take some time. One and done YouTube content library for reputation and credential and consistently provide value. Exactly, Paul. Thank you for summarizing that. Yeah. Not the same way about YouTube being saturated, but I think there's a way. YouTube is hugely about capitalizing opportunities related to what you know and care about. There are plenty of things people are sharing. No, yeah, absolutely. They're like, it's hard to like blow up on YouTube if you don't have an existing subscriber base, right? Unless you're really like memey or weird or super fucking odd and niche and pushed out to the right like avenues. The algorithm is just like it supports people that have already subscribed to stuff. And even if you get subscribers, you're not even guaranteed to get views at this point because they have to hit that bell, right? So it's interesting. I'll see you later. Absolutely. I'm hopping off. So that you caught the end of the stream. Thank you for hopping on, Toast. But yeah, we're basically done here. We still got a lot. This is a highly engaged stream. I'm really glad that everybody hopped on. I appreciate the hell out of all of you guys. It was awesome. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had like 12 to yawning again. Yeah, what's up, Francisco? We had like upwards of like 15 people on the stream all at once. That's more than we've had in a while. I'm glad that things are kicking back up. I'm glad that the algorithm's not punching me in the face anymore. This is good. I appreciate the fuck out of everybody hopping on. This is a lot of fun. I know this is mostly conversational. I feel bad about that because I was not prepared and I'm just dead. But yeah, hope everybody had a great time. Let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me messages, email me, whatever. If you shoot me a message on Twitch or Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever. If you have any questions about this. But this is what I'm going to be experimenting with for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to run some A/B tests. I'm going to try to sell this course. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I get a lead magnet, right? And if it's not a great lead magnet, then oh well. So, yeah, just an experiment. But we whipped up a course, and now I know how to build a course. So that's like positive, right? And now I know how to A/B test after experimenting with it a little bit. So, kind of cool. Kind of neat. But yeah, I got to do a bunch more client work. So I will see y'all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for hopping on. Yeah. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. But beyond that, I'll see y'all later. Have a great freaking day.